Even if you have never had a kitten before, chances are you have heard that they require special care. Even though they look adorable, these little bundles of fluff can be very sensitive creatures. A lot of things can cause them pain or discomfort. They can hurt themselves while playing with their litter mates or simply get injured because they are so curious. That is why it is important for every cat parent to learn some first aid skills. When it comes to kittens, I will teach you some moves that will definitely come in handy when your tiny friend needs some extra love and attention. I am your guide. Let us begin our journey. Have you ever wondered what your cat does when you are not around? Does your cat miss you when you go out? Is your cat friendly or does it prefer to stay alone? Do you know where your cat goes when it disappears 4 hours at a time? It is normal for a kitten to try to explore its However, there are times when they get into trouble. If you have an outdoor cat, you should make sure that it is well socialized and used to being around humans. This is so that if anything happens to it, it will not run away or hide. In order to avoid any mishaps, you can invest in a GPS tracker for your cat. You can attach this device to your cat's collar. This way, you can track your cat's whereabouts at all times. If you have an indoor cat, ensure that it is not bored. Cats need mental stimulation too, so make sure that you spend quality time with your furry companion. Play with it and groom it regularly. Give it toys that will challenge its mind, such as food puzzles. If you do all these things, your cat will not get into trouble. It will be happy and healthy. However, accidents can still happen even if you take all the precautions. Here are some tips that will help you determine whether your cat needs first aid. Look out for the following signs. Kittens can fall off places and bump their heads against hard surfaces. This can happen when you are trying to pick them up or put them down. It can also happen if you leave them unattended on high surfaces. Head injuries can cause your kitten to become drowsy or disoriented. It can also lead to bleeding and swelling. If your kitten falls and hits its head, check for any obvious signs of injury. If it seems dazed or confused, do not leave it alone. Keep an eye on your kitten for any changes in behavior or symptoms of concussion. These include loss of balance, vomiting, seizures, or lack of coordination. If you notice any of these signs, contact your veterinarian immediately. For minor cuts and scratches, you can apply pressure to stop the bleeding. You can use a clean cloth or bandage to do this. If the wound is deep or gaping, take your kitten to the vet. The same goes for any bite wounds. They may need stitches or other treatment that only a vet can provide. Broken bones are painful and can be life-threatening. A broken bone can cause a lot of damage to the body. It can puncture organs or blood vessels. If left untreated, a broken bone can lead to infection and sepsis. If you suspect that your kitten has a broken bone, do not attempt to set it yourself. Instead, take your kitten to the vet right away. To prevent further injury, you can wrap the injured area in a towel or blanket. Make sure to support the injured limb and keep it as still as possible. Once at the vet, they will be able to diagnose the problem and provide the necessary treatment. A sprained or twisted ankle can be painful and debilitating for your kitten. It can make it hard for your kitten to walk or jump. It can also lead to swelling and bruising. Sprains and strains are common in young, active cats. They often happen when cats are playing or running. If your kitten has a sprained or twisted ankle, rest is the best treatment. Keep your kitten calm and quiet for a few days. This will give the injury time to heal. You can also apply ice packs to the affected area. This will help reduce inflammation and pain. Just be careful not to apply ice directly to your kitten's skin. Always wrap it in a towel or cloth first. If the pain persists, consult your vet. He or she may prescribe pain medication or other treatments. Now that you know what to look out for, let us move on to the next. Here are some tips on what to do when your kitten needs first aid. This is probably one of the most frequently asked questions by new cat parents. When should I start weaning my kitten? Weaning is the process of gradually introducing solid food to your kitten's diet. This is an important milestone in your kitten's life. It helps them transition from milk to a more varied diet. Most kittens are ready to start weaning at around 4 weeks of age. This is when their digestive system is starting to develop. At this age, you can begin introducing soft, wet food to your kitten's diet. Start with small amounts of food and slowly increase the quantity. As your kitten gets older, you can begin introducing dry food. This will help them develop their chewing and swallowing reflexes. By the time your kitten is 6 months old, they should be eating a combination of wet and dry food. They should also be drinking plenty of water. Some people think that feeding their kittens human food is okay. However, this is not the case. Human food can be dangerous for kittens. It can cause obesity, diabetes, and other health problems. Instead, feed your kitten a balanced diet specifically designed for cats. If you want to know more about feeding your kitten, talk to your vet. They can help you create a feeding plan that meets your kitten's nutritional needs. There are many reasons why your kitten may not eat. They could be sick, stressed, or simply not hungry. However, if your kitten has not eaten for more than 24 hours, it is important to seek veterinary attention. Not eating for this long can be dangerous for your kitten. It can lead to dehydration and malnutrition. If your kitten is not eating, try warming up some wet food. You can also try mixing in some low-sodium chicken or beef broth. If your kitten still refuses to eat, contact your vet. If you find a stray or abandoned kitten, it is important to act fast. The sooner you can get the kitten to a vet, the better. Vets will be able to assess the kitten's overall health and provide any necessary treatment. They will also be able to advise you on the best course of action moving forward. When it comes to abandoned kittens, there are two options. You can either try to reunite the kitten with its mother, or you can raise the kitten yourself. If you decide to raise the kitten yourself, it is important to be prepared. You will need to bottle, feed the kitten, and provide it with constant care. It is also important to socialize the kitten as early as possible. This means handling the kitten often and exposing it to a variety of sounds, sights, and experiences. Raising a kitten is a big commitment, but it can also be extremely rewarding. If you are up for the challenge, please reach out to your local animal shelter or rescue organization for help. They will be able to provide you with the resources and support you need to raise a healthy, happy kitten. In conclusion, if you are a cat lover, then you already know that these amazing creatures need special care. As a cat owner, it is your responsibility to make sure that your feline friend lives a long, healthy life. One way to do this is by learning some basic first aid for cats. By doing so, you will be able to deal with minor illnesses and injuries at home. And in case of emergency, you will know what to do until help arrives. Hopefully now you feel more confident in your ability to care for your beloved cat. Remember, even if you have never had a kitten before, it is never too late to learn. With a little patience and practice, you will be well on your way to becoming a pro at giving your cat the care it needs. Thanks for watching! See you next time!